Yeah, this is not a music performance. It's like comedy. It's like a talk. So I have two stories, right? And they're about sex. So let me get that shirt real quick. I'm gonna give somebody this shirt. Hola, 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 hola. Whoa. Whoa. Anyway, no. Basically, this is the shirt here. So it's my company, Daywear. Whoever wants it, I'm gonna give it to them after this. No, whoa. I sell clothes. I sell clothes. So, first story, I'm gonna let y'all pick which one gets told first. So either it is the story title for the first one is the brother, the father, and me, and then the second story is 4 Miles. Which one do you want first? Yeah, right, right. So which one? Which one? The brother and father and me. All right. So in context, right? I went to Pompano Beach High, right? So for context, we had Fridays off. So Fridays off. You're not even from here, B. Okay, that's a joke. So Pompano had Fridays off, which we had a 4-day week. You would go to school Monday through Thursday, and then Friday would be off. So Friday being off was one of the coolest things because, if you know what I'm saying, you're legit, bro. Houses are open. So obviously, who's at work on Friday? The parents. Who's not at school? Us, the jits. So I had Fridays. Everybody knew that was the day that like everybody got active with shit. That was when you were doing things you shouldn't be doing. And I didn't have a car. I had a bus, BCT boys type shit. That's how you get everywhere. So I had to take the 55 over to this girl's house because it was agreed upon, like we're gonna link up and whatnot. So go to her house. I take the bus there. For me, I'm just thinking like, right, that's Friday. Oh, I'm about to have fun, right? But oh man, this whole day is very intriguing. So I arrived to her house, take the bus there. I get there, she's outside, yada yada. We start getting there. We had a mutual interest over Dragon Ball Z, if I'm correct. I like Dragon Ball Z. I think she did too. We were going there to like watch or whatever. So I come over and her dad's there. And I think while we're like talking and stuff, I greet him. I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. Your name's Dad, da da da. And he says to her, he's like, oh, hey, I'm going to go to my doctor's appointment and leave around, the next 30 minutes, right? I'm an observant. So I'm listening. And I'm like, you leaving? Huh. Okay, great. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, cool. I'm just watching DBZ. Boom, he leaves. Boom, right? He leaves out of there. The house is now just to us. So time elapses, and now we're making our way to her room, right? We're in her room now, and this is the intriguing part. This is where all the story gets funny. So there's gonna be a funny part, and then there's gonna be the really funny part. So that's the preface. So get there. We're in the room now. Bam! It's go time, right? This is at least in my mind. I'm like, hey, we're spending this time together. Boom, let's get to it, right? Making out and stuff like that. And I think I'm like in 10th grade, 10th or 11th grade, if I'm correct. And that's still legit though, whatever. But I'm like 10th, 11th grade. And I don't really have confidence yet. I was developing it at that time. That was like the molding stages, but I didn't really have confidence in myself like that. So in her, in the bed, we started getting to it, like, nah, yada, 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 And this is the funny part for me, right? So this is where confidence comes into play, right? The lesson of the day is believe in yourself, right? Because when you don't, things will not go your way. You've already set yourself up for failure. So me and her, as I stated, we're making now, getting physical, what I'm saying? My hands are getting active, right? And I start, feeling myself a little too much, right? And I decided to ask her for some reason, God forbid my younger self. I started to ask her what's my name, right? But I don't say that confidently. I stutter, right? First and foremost, if you ever stutter with anything you're saying, you have lost all point privilege. Like, you're donezo, right? So I said that unconfidently, and what she responded with was, huh, right? So now my confidence is skyrocketing, like at an all-time speed, plummeting, right? I'm like, oh my gosh. So in my mind, I'm like, what's my name? Like, I didn't know my name. As if I didn't know my own name, right? She just simply laughs. And we get back to it. All right, shout out to her. She's a real one, right? Yeah, follow her. Nice, thanks, right? Boom. Cool. Now we're back to it and everything. And I'm not gonna get too adulterated. We get to things, right? And then we hear the door open, right? Like the house door open. And I got really good ears. So I'm listening to everything, right? So I hear the door open and immediately, boom, store on clothes, right? Context, I came here in basketball shorts and t-shirts, i.e. grease material. So I'm simply here, like, as I said, basketball shorts and a tank top, white tee, right? All right, chill out. But I was simply there for one objective. And I'm throwing on my clothes now. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing on my shorts. I'm throwing on my shirt. She just throws on a shirt as well. And then in comes, we hear like beeline. All I hear footsteps on the motherfucking door to the room. Like, I had no other objective but to come to this door, right? Boom, door opens, right? It's her brother, right? It's her brother, and this is a tall family. They're all tall. Like, I'm like 6'1". They're like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". Like, they tall people as well, right? The brother's taller than me at least, right? So he opens the door. I'm standing right in front of him. She's sitting on her bed, right? Now this is where the whole dynamic divulges, right? She's on the bed. I'm sitting here. Hi, nice to meet you, right? While that's transpiring, since we immediately went from activity to non-activity and clothes being put on, I'm pitching a tent like fullest right now. I'm in basketball shorts, as I stated. I'm in basketball. I don't know if basketball shorts are not the most rigid material for context. So he should. And right? I didn't think of that in the moment. For some reason, I didn't think of that in the moment. In the moment, I'm just like, oh, put my clothes on as quick as possible, right? Boom, shaking his hand, right? Nice to meet you. He's like, this is this day, is the day you talked about? She's sitting over here. Just because for obvious reasons. And I realized too, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So I run to the bathroom just to, compose myself and then run back in and say hi. It's like, hi, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, he leaves, the night wraps up. Nothing crazy happens, he just wanna say hi to me. And I was like, thanks, nigga. Could've waited. Could've waited like a moment or so. But granted, it's not my house, so he knew what it was. He knew what it was. So that was that story. That was pretty much that. Like, it wrapped up after that. I got the bus home. I'm taking the bus home. Wow, boy, you know how good you feel? Like, think about Jitme, bro. I took the bus. I got lit that day. I'm walking home like skipping. You feel me? Like, got a little pep in my step. I'm like, man, I got my idea. I feel great. So that was that story. That was the first story. The brother, the father, and me. So.